Hello everyone, Peppe Merolla here. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. And today, okay, so the voice sound good. You guys can hear me fine. That's great. So please feel free to say hi or to write a comment or ask questions. Random drum tips, free drum tips from your friend Peppe Merolla. So anyway, I had to write it down. There's a lot of things that I would like to talk about, but I only have 30 minutes, and then I got to go back. I got to go back teaching. But here it is. First of all, if you have any question or you want to just say hi, please feel free to do so. I'll be more than happy to meet each and every one of you. And here it is. I wrote it down. First of all, I would like to give a little tip, to give out a free tip. Ciao Rico Cestari. Ciao. A free tip on a double stroke roll and singles. Okay, so here it is. I am going to play a single stroke roll, as you guys know. It's a rudiment, starting with the right hand and the left hand. Okay? So, and we work it out, we work on the single stroke roll like that. Now, the first variation would be try to play also the single stroke roll between the right hand and the bass drum. So, with the right hand and with the left hand. So, but the key is to practice very slow. So, first tip, you practice a nice single stroke roll. Make sure that, the drum set is well positioned. The position of the drum set is very comfortable for you. A lot of people ask me, how you set up your drum set? Where do you put the cymbals and what kind of position? Guys, it's an individual thing. If you feel comfortable, with the tom right behind your back, just do it. It's an individual thing. I like to keep everything close in order that easy for me to reach every drums. So anyway, and that's what it is. How do you position your drum set? Anywhere you want, as long as you are comfortable playing the instrument. So like I said, the single stroke roll. And make sure you also practice using the dynamic, very quiet. In all different tempos. Then you can also, sub your left hand with the bass drum. Then you can also alternate right and left hand with the bass. So right hand bass drum, left hand bass drum, right hand bass drum, left hand, bass drum. Using the dynamic very quiet first. Okay, so sì, some people write, quale studio è efficace per l'uno a uno tra mani e piedi? Per me, ciao Daniele, come stai? Per me, dalle semiminime, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, crome, 1, 2, 3, 4. Terzine di crome, sedicesimi, poi puoi andare alle biscrome. Con la destra e con la sinistra. Vabbè, c'ho sto microfono davanti, ma comunque, anyway, with the right hand and with the left hand, you guys can do that. You know, you guys can see some people writing. Ciao Daniele, Andrea. Ciao Andrea, Enrico Cestari, Saverio. Invece come lo applichi? Bellissimo, invece come lo applichi sulle frasi musicali? Well, quello è tutto da vedere, è una questione di musicalità e di melodie. Per esempio, you know, you can apply this also when you play jazz music or funk. You know, you can apply all of that, you know. So anyway, that's for about, you know, that's for regarding the single stroke roll. And vice versa. You can also play and, you know, orchestrate the single stroke roll, you know, around the set. Double stroke roll. I will always suggest to practice double stroke roll, as we all know as a rudiments. Play an accent on the very first. Using dynamic, quietly. You know, if you're a beginner, of course, you need to practice a double stroke roll. Any rudiments very slow. The approach would be very slow. Using all different dynamics. you know. Then I would suggest us to also to practice, double stroke roll, playing an accent on the second note. And the reason for that is because once you get to a certain tempo, to a certain tempo, that second accent just disappears automatically, guys. So, and then if you let yourself go, you're gonna achieve you're gonna play a nice, clean double stroke roll. Another great exercise that I like to do using double stroke roll would be going from 8 notes to 8 note triplets to 16 notes, to 6 staplets. And again, first very quietly, and then work it up on the whole dynamic range. You have to really be picky, when we practice the rudiments or anything. We want to really master it. We want to really get in command of the instrument. As much as we can, of course. So, and you do that. Then you can do the same thing like we did with the single stroke roll. You can orchestrate double stroke roll also between the bass drum and the snare drum. Then you do the same thing with the right hand. Alternating. Okay, and work it out in that way using the dynamic. First slow, practice with the metronome at any tempo, starting slow and increase, and see what happens. And by the way, it's not going to happen overnight. This will take time for you guys for each one of us, really to achieve a certain goal. So it takes time. So now, you can also, a little tip, you can alternate the double stroke roll. Play like 1, 2, and then 2 with the bass drum. And then you can use a different dynamics on this one too. So there's so much you can do. See, I was getting into it, and I just wanted to show you different variation, using singles and doubles. And so on and so forth, okay? So keep an eye. Every time you practice the rudiments, make sure you really, play, be creative with it. Absorb the motion, the finger control, the natural approach of the rebounds, the natural rebounds. In my opinion, playing the drums is no other than really understand, getting an understanding of how of the rebounds works, Also, you can also have good time if you want to work on some jazz patterns, You can play, 8 notes between the left hand, using singles between the left hand and the bass drum. You can orchestrate your single stroke roll, okay, between the left hand and the bass drum. Oh, I got this microphone in the way. Stavo mi proprio in mezzo il microfono. Vabbè, anyway. Let's see here, some people writing. Anche a me è stato per il 73, l'ultimo mese di studiare mani e piedi. No, ne so qualcosa. Sì, Oreste, grande, yes. Roberto Di Nicola is watching. Sì, accento sul secondo colpo e anche senza e pure sul primo. Cioè, ragazzi, bisogna essere creativi, veramente. Su qualsiasi rudimento, non è, secondo me non bisogna studiarlo solo come lo dice il libro. E una volta che abbiamo assimilato come funziona il rullo a 5, poi bisogna, essere creativi. Per esempio, io sono un paio d'anni che mi sto dedicando molto al rebound stroke control, rullo a 9 per esempio. Che ci sto ancora lavorando sopra. Rullo a 9. C'è tanto da lavorare, ragazzi, per noi tutti, non solo per me, ma per tutti quanti. Tutti i più grandi batteristi del mondo che ho conosciuto stanno sempre lì a dire: mamma mia, devo vedere sta cosa, devo studiare. Ma parlo dei grandi, quindi è inutile parlarne, quindi già sappiamo. So it takes a long time really to achieve certain things, dedication, And we need to practice, 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 and practice. So let's see. Triplets, 16 notes. Okay, we did that. Also, the 16 notes, if you want to work on the jazz, keeping the jazz bright pattern, jazz groove on a cymbal beat. Questi sono forti. Those are hard, man. But if you really practice this, it's a great feel-good exercise. We practice all this stuff. We always push ourselves and challenge ourselves because of the love of the instrument. Because we love this instrument, and we want to know more every day. We always want to know something new, right? And work on something new. So here it is. Now, with the double stroke roll, for example, guys can play triplets, which I kind of like this. It's very musical if you guys apply the dynamic to it. This one is hard, and what I like to mix between the triplets and the 16 notes. And you guys can take this to different tempos, all different tempos. And so on and so forth. So there's so much you guys can do with it. Now, let's give you a little tip. I got only 10 minutes. But anyway, on syncopation, guys, syncopation. I'm going to start very easy. Okay? Syncopation, page 4, very easy, all quarter notes. Then the second bar, we have a quarter note rest, 3 quarter notes. Third line, 2 half note rest, 2 quarter notes. So we can also practice that with brushes. I like to do that and play the melody with the bass drum. So anyway, here it is. So you can play the melody with the bass drum. You can also play the melody with the brush. So you can brush. A lot of people they underestimate. They don't really practice brush a lot. So so the brushing. A lot of people ask, "Hey man, how you do the brushing? What is the basic?" Basic is this. You guys know the car. In my car, I got wipers. When it rains, you turn on the wipers. Okay. So let's take that as an example. Okay. One. First of all, it's very important to practice the brushing. You know, I like to practice the brushing first. It's a long process anyway. I don't want to go too deep into this, but anyway, the brushing first. One, one, then one, two, three, two and three, four and one, two and three, four and one, one, two. Hands start together simultaneously at the same time. One, two, and three. Okay? Then when it's too fast, you don't really go like this. You just need to make a little circle with the left hand. I also suggest to practice all the rudiments, starting singles, double stroke roll, anything with brushes. Flam. Okay, flam marks and all the rudiments, all of them, practice, with brushes. As if we practice rudiments with the sticks, we got to do the same thing with the brushes, in my honest opinion, of course. Those are my suggestions. That's just a suggestion. I'm not saying that that's the way it is. Now, like I was saying, you practice nice brush, especially if you play a ballad. One, two. I got you body and soul. It's like you conducting the band, not playing, the groove with the sticks, but you can groove with the brushes as well, and dictating the tempo to the band members. That's our job. In fact, you guys are going to hear like 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to dictate the band, even when you play a ballad, especially with a ballad. A lot of people, they start the ballad. I want to give you a little tip on that. A lot of people say, oh, it's hard to start a ballad, especially, if you don't count it off. 1, 2, 3. On most of the songs, it's very important to listen to the players, the saxophone player, the person, the musician who's playing the melody. Most of those cases, are the saxophone, piano, or a singer, In a sentimental mood. That was too hard. See, in a sentimental mood. See, that song already gave me the tempo. I don't need to really count it off and say, oh, that's the tempo. Oh, for that, the tempo now. Come on, you just listen to the singer. listen to the saxophone player, the way he plays the melody, the first two notes, you know, boom, bo da do da, or you know, bo ba, bo da lee, bo e, boo ah, boo ah. He just played two eight notes right there. Boo ah, off beat down. Boo ah. You don't really need the count, okay? The counting is for kids. Anyway, wearing diapers. So, sorry, but you know, it's a joke. But you know, that's a little tip. Pay attention to the guy who's playing the melody. Now, let's forget about brushes. Then the same page, page 4, syncopation, play with triplets. So, you know, we got all 4 quarter notes, like I said. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4. Okay, and you can play that as a triplets, playing with the based on triplets. I'm playing 2 bars each in that way, taking a shortcut, guys. Instead of playing 4 bars, I'm playing 2, okay? 1, top, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And make sure you practice all different tempos. I'm playing a little faster because I gotta go. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, make sure you also play the same thing, the melody, playing swing. You know, and execute this book, syncopation, not just like an exercise book. Let's try to play music with it. See, I'm not playing. I'm playing this. Okay, and then you can play those as a paradiddle, those exercise with based on paradiddle. So that's a paradiddle will be right, left, right, left, right, left, left. So you go like based on paradiddle, but you play the melody of page 4. So make sure you start with a nice swing going 2 and 2 4 on the hi-hat and a nice quarter note on the bass drum, but swinging it. When the shark bites. I mean, think of a song, you know. Don't approach the book and the exercise just like, oh my God, oh my God. That's wrong. Approach the book and have fun with it using the musicality. Your music, okay? What you have inside, you know, because that's what makes the, the difference. And when I say let's play this as this exercise based on paradiddle, I also mean that the paradiddle, those are all ghost notes, very quietly. And then you play the melody. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, which that's very, very, very important. So now let's see what we got here. Quarter note with the bass drum, left hand snare plays the melody, right hand. Oh, whoa, that's a cool one. I mean, I wrote it down, but now I'm going to share this with you. Now I'm asking myself, man, why I got myself into this? Why did I put myself into this? So anyway, hopefully it's going to come out. Swing with the right hand. Bass drum plays quarter note. Hi-hat plays 2/3 clavet. Left hand plays the melody. And so on and so forth. You play the whole page like that. Okay, and then if you are familiar with, you know, with push and pull, for example, you can play. Playing the 16-note ostinato on the cymbal, 2/3 clavet with the left foot, and the melody with the left hand. So I'm going to do it slow. Okay, and then you can also add the bass drum and so on and so forth. Last tip of the day, page 38 syncopation. Page 38 syncopation, you do it as a rhythm first. Okay, another way to do it could be playing the long note with the bass drum and the short ones with the snare. I'm sure many of you guys, professionals and dedicated students, supposed to know this already. So, but anyway. And so on and so forth. Then you can also go Latin. Latin, Latin. Okay, you can have the samba. 1, 2, quarter note, 2/8 notes between the hi-hat and the bass, starting with the bass drum. Quarter note, 2/8 notes, hi-hat, bass. So, boom, chip, boom, boom. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. That's the first variation. Second variation will be with the tom. And then you can go double time. Okay, there's so much you can do with it. Okay? So I hope those little drum tips will be helpful to each and every one of you out there. If you guys already know what I was talking about, thank you so much for following. Keep practicing. Music is life. We practice all day long for the rest of our life because that's the only thing we have. No plan B. only playing A. This is my life. So, and I hope, that this will be your life as well. My name is Peppe Merolla. Thank you so much for following. Much love to you all. Guys, ciao. Peppe Merolla. Ciao, adieu.